Welcome back, everyone. Criminal Archer here. Time for some more Bone Totem from Stasis. Let's look around. We got a vent over here, a terminal, observation controls, PDA.
Pieces and parts. This would be a fun puzzle.
An apt analogy, my friend. A puzzle solved too late.
Mac, are you seeing this? Look at the artifacts. The stone, it's like the one we saw before, but the symbol.
It's Soviet Russian. What the hell?
Hope loved puzzles.
That is weird. Alright, let's look at this terminal first. That's an old dead guy. Suit makes me think it's supposed to be Russian. Another one. Wow. It's like the WoW signal from SETI. I don't know what that is. Anything in the trash? That's a brain. That's another brain attached to a chair, and those look like bones? Oh, those are collarbones. Oh. Brain again. And another brain. Yeah, that's definitely Soviet. I don't speak Russian, so I don't know what that says, but... Messages? No entries found in messages. Okay, anything interesting here? Change the wallpaper. Always gotta try, right? Alright, I'll look at the PDA in a second. Red Fleet. Okay, that's what it says. Observation controls.
Empty.
An observation pod, my friend. With nothing to observe.
Like this, something could get out.
Or in.
Are we gonna trick something into getting trapped in there? Can I get in there? No. Okay. Alright. PDA time. This is Liza Simpson. Have we heard from Liza? I'm not sure. Reggie used to spend his days at my feet, and now he sits on my desk in a well-deserved position of prominence. He will always be my most cherished possession. After all, the loyal pup was awarded to me by Cain himself upon his glorious rebirth. The anthropological laboratory is well stocked, as my choka position demands. The specimens are mostly well preserved. My assistant is an adequate aid and welcome company despite the squeamishness on his part. I've begun analyzing the samples, starting with the 3 sets of human remains discovered in the ocean floor during construction of the thermal reactor. Low temperatures aided in their preservation. Initial dating puts them in the late 20th century, with clothing suggesting Soviet military personnel circa the 1980s. The cause of the death has not been established conclusively, but there are signs of malnutrition and starvation. I will perform a dissection to study the diet after this recording. Then I will begin an initial pass on the anthropological specimens supplied by Dr. Moon. There is a definite incongruence with the specimens received by Baron, which appear to be much older. I've looked into the signal that the crew that drew Kane Corporation to this place. Instruction set is naval, using defunct Soviet encryption on a ULF, 12 seconds repeating. How could this signal emanate from the bottom of the Pacific 150 years after the fall of the Soviet Union? Irrelevant to my research, but fascinating. The message requests that the evacuation of 32 crew in, quote, good condition. Judging by the 3 fellows I've been studying, help never came. In other news, my relationship with the new assistant is deteriorating. He recoiled in disgust when he saw Reggie, horrified that I put the dog on display. It's bizarre that the man who works with human remains is bothered by a beautiful work of animal taxidermy. Nonetheless, I've noted to discuss the matter with management and the church officials. I've been asked to break bread with Celaya on Cane Day. Reggie, this calls for a real celebration. This a message to that person. We retrieved patient 818386. Although the infection had rendered him unconscious by the time we found him, we placed him in the hyperbaric chamber for further study. He claims to have no memory of his infection vector. The medics don't know his condition is contagious, so don't know if his condition is contagious, so they're taking all possible precautions. Initial scans show his brain is in a state of constant activity. It looks like dreaming. We're going to jury-rig some devices to record his thoughts. What worries us most is that the infection is dissolving his biomatter. Hair, skin, and muscles are falling on the floor. Several of his organs are failing. Further expedition into the well have been halted until we know more. The patient's affliction is morbidly fascinating. I've spent nights watching his body's slow deterioration through the glass portals. I even catch myself speaking to him when we're alone, airing my frustrations as if he were my therapist. I didn't expect to find therapeutic sanctuary in the disintegrating miracle that is my grouchy former assistant, but here we are. Kane delivers when all else seems lost. Over the past year, most of his body mass has sloughed off, but his brain and nervous system remain intact. They appear to be functioning normally, although they are sending out and receiving ghost signals. He seems blissfully unaware of his predicament. Thanks to this horrifying miracle of biology, we have resumed efforts to record his thoughts. If we can make sense of the data, we might gain some insight into his affliction. The first recording should be ready within the hour. Salai, I know you wanted to be kept personally abreast of the new developments on the patient. First recordings are possibly more astounding than his physical condition. He's remained fully cognizant. At the same time, he appears to be experiencing some confusion surrounding his memories, which he already mentioned when he was first quarantined. We request that all relevant specialists be sent here to help us. Until then, we'll keep monitoring and recording. I continue to visit him whenever I can. Somehow, even when I was talking to my dog, I didn't realize how desperate I was for companionship. Shock of his condition, life pared down to the fragile network of signals, has forced me to admit how far away from everything I feel. Trapped in this claustrophobic complex at the bottom of the ocean, working towards what exactly? Dr. Harfest has concluded that the patient's visions are real memories, but they are bleeding into him from an external source. He is inheriting the memories from something. The notion is unsettling, but we can't deny that his memories frequently corroborate new findings to which he is not privy. Does he understand that these memories are not his own, or is he beginning to think that they're real memories? Is he trapped in those moments? Dr. Harfest has identified the cause of this condition, a foreign microbes resembling a fungal growth in his brain. Dr. Moons codified the microbe as a more complex strain of PS139. As I'm sure you know, protoform of PS139 is what drew Kane here in the first place, and why the original alpha base was built. Meanwhile, we are investigating ways to establish a continuous feed of his thoughts so he can talk to us directly. It's strange that I've come to see him as a friend, despite his condition. I think about what it would be like to experience other people's memories as my own. What happens to your sense of self when you feel like you've lived 100 lives? The doctor's waxing poetic about an arrowhead that is the source of the infection. I'm surrounded by idiots. I miss peaceful strolls to commune with the Father and watch the light show. At least he understands. Liza, you're too close to the subject, and this project has exceeded your scope of expertise. Oh, this is from the other guy. I've put in formal request with the corporate for your transfer off the mule. Reggie, what am I to do? Okay, so weirder and weirder. That's what's happening here.
Mortuary cabinet open. Reseal to avoid thawing.
Charlie, look at the uniforms.
Yeah, they're Soviet too.
Oh. Comrade Kirill, you must commandeer 3 suits from the locked storage. First, locate thermite ingredients, potassium, ferric oxide, and aluminum. Then meet me in the pantry. Alright, got a lighter. Yes. Got an inventory tag. Yeah, they're just that. Okay. Makes crunchy noise when you press the button. Can I take something from him? No. Okay. Alright, let's Let's go down the vent, see what's in.
Oh no, Charlie Mac. Scary things.
I see it, baby. It's okay.
That's the creature that came out of the brain vat tumor.
Its cries.
I do not like this.
He needs a way around it.
There is no alternate route, I'm afraid.
Then I guess to move it.
Move it.
Can I poke it? No. Oh, this thing. No. Can I poke it? No. Core sampler's not going to do anything. This is not going to do anything. What if I just try and go forward? Is this a death? This is a death. Okay. Just wanted to see.
Is everything okay? What's going on?
I am a secretary.
I mean, they did so much trouble making the death animations. Seems like you gotta see them, right? Oh, we got more stuff here. Chemicals? No, not that. Go away. Oh, chemicals are there. Fine. Something here. What are you up to? You're here. I don't think you were gonna break this. No. Core sampler. Oh, there we go. Microfusion laser. That might do it. Scanner brings back some unpleasant memories of motion trackers in dark corridors, like the Aliens movie. Alright, the microfusion laser thingy seems like something that might do something, so let's see.
Scary thing. Scary noises. I have never heard noises like these. They are unique. What if it heard its own noises?
So I need to record it somehow? Change the channel. I don't have anything to record its noises with right now. Can I go back out the way I came? Well, that's right, the security system that I have no idea what it's doing. This makes absolutely zero sense to me. Unless there's something back here. Oh, was there a thing back here? Am I remembering a thing? Well, if I was remembering a thing, I don't have it anymore. Oh, what did I just take? Scope lens? Seems like the kind of thing we'd be taking a sample of, but maybe not. Alright, what if we go over to you?
Team, heavy under central apparatus. 1138. Power procedure initiated.
Children should not play near this machine, Charlie.
You're probably right, Mose.
I don't have this information, unfortunately. Give me... We're gonna see what if anything we can combine together here. Scanner and a scope lens? No. Scope lens and a little blaster thingy? No. And a scanner? No. Here's an interesting question I haven't considered. This. Can we break this apart anymore? No. How about this guy? Ripping him up? No.
The umbilical's gone. No way back to the mule.
Your only choice is to go deeper. I do not envy you.
Is that even an option?
This temple, or whatever the hell it is, it's through here.
Mac, hurry.
Oh.
Well, Kane, damn it.
Language, Mac.
What happened?
I dropped the laser. Hold on.
Oh, this is maybe a scope lens? Seems like a scope lens might do it here. Okay. I don't understand what I'm doing now. Oh. Did I do it?
Well, it worked.
There we go.
Believe it or not, the lock's cut open.
Mac must hurry.
Made it.
Whoa.
Loud noises.
Tell me about it.
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Got through the door, right as the dig site collapsed behind me. Made it. Barely.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Where are you now?
Give me a second.
Stone heads, protrusions, sandbags, supports, lighting. All right. Take a look. Okay. PJA insect. Large grotesque vertebrate mounts its hapless prize. The tip of the insect's head burrowed deeply through a tear in the hazmat suit. The plastic around the tear undulates as hidden hostellum quaff flesh liquefied in the
Oh, Kane's reign.
Is it... It's still alive?
The creature is, not the poor bastard underneath it.
An unpleasant end.
Maybe you can cut it off him?
That would mean getting close to it.
Give me the sampler. No. Stab him? Oh, I can't
This
stab
thing's
him.
blood. It melted right through the metal.
Cutting it open didn't stop it?
No. It's writhing. It didn't even notice, I'd say.
Very little would stop it. It is a higher form.
Compared to what?
This? No. This? No. This thing? No. Is it flammable? Not flammable. Definitely not an inventory tag. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone for now. I guess I gotta read the PDA. It's probably the dude. Abdul Aziz, we've heard of this guy already. Mom and Dad, I'm writing this to share you the fantastic news that I've been transferred to a new facility. I'm excited about this opportunity and I can't wait to share all the deals with you in person. The work I'm doing here is truly groundbreaking and I'm grateful to be able to make such meaningful contributions to my field. I'm also thrilled to let you know that my superior mentioned the possibility of a bonus leave if I continue to excel in my work. Miss you both and I can't wait to see you again on the ring. Until then, please know that my love for you is strong as ever and you're always in my thoughts, Abdul. I looked closer at the drone footage of the ancient water wheels surrounding the black sand beach. They were primarily used for milling. What's even more fascinating is the substance they were grinding. The millstones were coated in this fine white powder. I had it tested and it turned out to be bone dust, human bone. Why were they grinding remains a mystery. Why they were grinding remains a mystery. Ceremonial use, dietary supplement, animal feed? To Dave Gallacher. I understand the company's desire to expand Omega deeper into the cave system. Still, there is no practical way of doing it without damaging sections of the excavation site. Do we really need a stim station down here? These ruins are still mostly unexplored, but their inhabitants were remarkable. Even from what little we know, their technology was far more advanced than any other civilization from this period by hundreds of years, and historical significance of these findings cannot be overstated, but they could change everything we know about our earliest ancestors. I implore you to halt expansion until we find a way to preserve the ruins. At very least, allow me to plead my case in person when you arrive next week. A C-14 sample from the oldest milled bones has been dated to 1650 AD. Meanwhile, the structures themselves go back thousands of years. Perhaps the sample was contaminated? Either way, we must keep the site intact until we understand what we're dealing with. Core samples we drilled at 567 hertz at 1.29 meters per second squared indicate that most of the cave system comprises calcic plagioclase, sandine with augite, olivine, and small amounts of leuctite. This is unusual for the region, especially on the ocean floor. The weathering further suggests that this outcrop was exposed to the sun and wind some 2,000 years ago. I wonder if those are the numbers I need. Today my heart is heavy with grief. I received the terrible news that Yvette has tragically injured, and the thought of the Captain Haskeen is up top is just horrid. The loss is truly devastating. Found the critters that escaped from the animal testing. They were breeding in the refrigeration tanks. I don't know what my colleagues were doing with them in the lab. Still, they should be more careful. Those things are nasty. Fluoroantimonic acidic blood and all. Sounds like the guy that we just dealt with. Got word of the base lockdown. Guess I'm going to be stuck here for a while, not complaining. You can't keep moving people into the temple even if the quarantine lasts only a few days. They are damaging an incredibly valuable excavation site. Find another place to put them. Everybody is piled into the Omega laboratory. My claustrophobia kept me out of here. It's been so tranquil. Where is everybody? The decon chamber alarm is going nuts. I looked through the lab door. It was piled high with congealed torsos. At first glance, I could see something that looked like a gnarled tree with knotted branches and twisted trunk. But upon closer inspection, its branches were made up of human arms and legs. Ugh. Twisted and contorted into grotesque shapes. The trunk was composed of torsos stacked one on top of the other, their eyes and mouths open in internal screams of agony. Creature seemed to pulsate with life, its limbs writhing and twitching as if it were in constant pain. Every now and then a blood-curdling scream would emit from its mouths. I've collapsed the bridge to ensure it stays in the lab. I don't fear death, for I know nothing is left to experience the pain once my mind is gone. But I would like to explore more of the world and uncover our shared past. Alas, even this current project, which will take my life, remains unfinished. The main stories in these walls, awaiting to be told, will not find their interpreter in me. There's comfort in meeting my end, locked up in the temple erected by a lost civilization. It's good death for an adventurer. If you find this log, please have my body sent to the corpse ring for burial. I promised my parents I would return to them. Alright, so what was this number? There it is. 5671 hertz. 5671 129. 5671 129. This is gonna be 129. 5671. Yeah.
Warning. Calibration error.
Yeah, let's try that.
Warning. Calibration error.
There we go.
Warning. Kane, heavy under-central apparatus 113A in operation. Operation should be conducted by licensed HUDA engineers only.
Is that so? Mac, I did it. I got the drill to finish its run.
Still have all your arms?
Legs too. Looks like a cave on the other side.
That cave system will lead you to Alpha Base, assuming you haven't destabilized its structural integrity. It very well could collapse on you.
Bucket of optimism, are you, pal?
Dead diver. Hello, dead diver.
There's a dead diver here. He died in his suit.
May his mind find the Nexus. Does he have anything useful?
He has aluminum welding rods. And empty bags. And a hydrophone. I have an idea of how to use, I think, all three of those things. There's another PDA to read. And then places to go. Alright, good places I need to stop for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you had a good time. I am, as always, the Cromulent Archer, and I'll see you next time.